Hey guys! So back to school season is coming up, as we all know and love. And I'm going to be a senior in college in less than 3 weeks, which is crazy. But in this video, I just thought I'd share my tips on what you should and shouldn't bring to college. This video is more aimed towards the incoming freshmen, but a lot of these things can pertain to sophomores, juniors, and seniors as well. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So starting off with the things that you should bring to college, this first thing should be at the top of everybody's list, and that is a mattress pad. Trust me, you will thank me later. The college beds are not luxury plush mattresses, they are like the Flintstones. So definitely invest in a good mattress pad. I personally use a foam mattress pad, I'll leave the link down below, but it made my bed so much more comfortable. My bed felt like a cloud, and I was just looking forward to going to bed every single night. The next thing on the list is a coffee or hot water maker. I know some colleges have like different rules about things like this, but my college, basically, if the heater on whatever appliance that you're using can turn off by itself, then it's okay. I'll leave the link that I use down below. I love to have tea every single morning, and I know some people say like, you don't need a coffee maker, you don't need a hot water maker, there's Starbucks on campus, there's plenty of coffee shops, there's the dining hall, but sometimes you don't have time for that. Sometimes you just want to wake up, make yourself coffee, and run out the door. Sometimes the line for Starbucks or the dining hall is really long, and if you're going to the dining hall just for coffee, you're wasting swipes, so it's just easier to have it in your dorm. Another thing you should bring is power strips. Not extension cords, power strips. Bring extension cords, but the extension cords are not going to be useful unless you have power strips. If you don't know what a power strip is, there you go. Because I can assure you, when you get to your college dorm, there's going to be like 1, 2, maybe 3 power outlets, and that's not going to do you any good. That's why it's so important to have power strips, so that way you have multiple outlets, and of course bring extension cords so that way your appliances or whatever can reach what it needs. I feel like this next thing is said a lot, but it is very important, so I'm going to say it. Command hooks and command strips. When you get into your college dorm, the walls are going to be naked and empty, and you're going to want to hang things up. And most universities and colleges don't allow you to, nail things into the wall, so command hooks and command strips will absolutely save your life. You can use the hooks to hang up tapestries, pictures, fairy lights, anything your heart desires, and obviously you need the strips to actually stick it to your wall. This next thing I feel like is also obvious, but a fan. Bring a fan. I know some people think like, oh, I don't need a fan, it'll get cool soon, like just give it a week or 2. I can promise you those 2 weeks are going to be the most miserable weeks of your life if you don't have a fan. Depending on where you go to school, I go to school in Pennsylvania, and it still gets really, really scorching hot, and a fan saved my life, so get a fan. Another thing you should bring is a rug. I know some dorms have carpeted floors already, but if you don't have carpeted floors, I promise a rug will make it feel a lot more homey, and when you're walking around, you're not, walking on the cold floor, and a rug will just make it feel a lot better. This next thing is really important, so listen up. Shower shoes. Bring shower shoes. Unless you have your own little personal bathroom in your apartment, but if you're a freshman and you're living in, a dorm with community showers, those showers are going to be disgusting, so bring shower shoes. You should also bring a shower caddy. I highly recommend getting a plastic one, so that way you can bring it into the shower with you rather than having your stuff sit outside and you have to constantly reach out and get your stuff. Trust me, it's just a lot easier when everything is just right there. Another thing you should invest in getting is a mini fridge and a microwave. My college, and I know a lot of other colleges do this, is they have a deal on micro fridges where you get a microwave and a fridge. And I can promise you, you are not going to want to eat at the dining hall every single day. So with a microwave and a fridge, you could store things such as popcorn, oatmeal, ramen, and in your little fridge you can store things such as fruit, vegetables. I was a big fan of Lunchables my freshman year, I don't know why, but yeah, I would say a fridge and a microwave are definitely things that you should invest in. And the last thing I would recommend bringing is another source of light, whether it be a desk light or LED lights or Christmas lights, fairy lights, doesn't matter. because I can assure you that the lights in the college dorm are really bright, and sometimes you just want to break and you want to unwind, but you can't really do that when the lights are actually blinding. So that's why I recommend getting either a desk light or fairy lights, Christmas lights, so that way you can turn off the big bright light and you can enjoy just some dim lighting. It's also good for when you're writing a paper at, let's say, like 2 in the morning and your roommate is trying to sleep, but you need light so that way you're not straining your eyes on your laptop, so a desk lamp or Christmas lights would definitely be helpful in that situation. Alright, moving on to the things that you should not bring to college. First up, your entire wardrobe. I know, like, going away for a few months, you're gonna be like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, and you are going to end up overpacking way too much, and I promise half the things you bring you are not going to wear. Especially if you bring stuff that you didn't wear at home. If you don't wear it at home, you're most likely not gonna wear it at college, so maybe just leave it. You'll also have breaks throughout the semester, so just pack what you need for the weather or the season, and then when you come home from break, you can swap out your clothes. This is another thing that could be arguable, but this is just my opinion. You don't need a bunch of plastic plates and bowls. Unless you're living in an apartment, then ignore this. But freshman year, you'll probably be eating in the dining hall a lot, so you might not need a whole lot of plastic bowls and plates. Maybe get paper plates. But I know I had a whole set of plastic plates and I used them maybe once, and you won't have a sink in your freshman dorm, so where are you going to be washing them? The communal bathroom. Bowls, I would say maybe bring like 1 or 2 small ones because I was a big fan of soup freshman year, so maybe get like 1 or 2 bowls. But as for plates, I would say just get paper plates because you're not going to use them as much as you think you are. This might sound crazy, but hear me out. You're not gonna need a whole bunch of school supplies. When I first got to college, I brought like a bunch of notebooks, a bunch of folders, and I used maybe 2 folders and 1 notebook. Especially these days, since almost everything is submitted online now through Canvas, I would say maybe bring like 1 folder, 1 notebook, and 1 binder. Another thing you're not really gonna need is a printer because, like I said, a lot of things are submitted online nowadays, so I promise you you're probably not gonna be printing as much as you think you are. And yes, you probably will have to pay to print things on campus, but I promise you, you are probably gonna spend more money on a printer than you will printing things out on your campus. You should also refrain from buying a whole bunch of like little dorm knick-knack necessities. If you wanna put things on the wall, that's fine, but I wouldn't buy a bunch of decorations to put on surfaces because at the end of the day, there's really not a lot of room and they're just gonna sit around taking up space and collecting dust. I haven't personally used this next one, but I know a lot of people did and they said it was a waste of money and time. But a clothing steamer or an ironing board and iron, just don't bring that. Personally, what I did when I needed to unwrinkle something was I would put it in the bathroom when I was taking a shower, so that way the steam from the hot water in the shower would come out and de-wrinkle my clothes. Fun little life hack. And the last thing that you shouldn't bring to college is a bunch of high school clothes. And what I mean by this is like class of 2020, class of 2019, a shirt with your high school name on it. You're in college now. Honestly, I can promise you nobody cares where you went to high school. Unless it's like near the college, but if you're far from your high school, I can promise you most likely no one's heard of your high school, nobody cares about your high school, and I can promise you you're going to get a bunch of college t-shirts that are going to be taking up just as much space in your drawers, if not more. Alright, so that is my list of things that you should and shouldn't bring to college. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any more ideas for things that should be added to this list, feel free to add them down below to help any incoming freshmen. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!